YouTube thing. Oh, and then we let you. You know what? I used to have cardboard for this window. I said it before. I used to have cardboard for the window, and I used to not have this giant refrigerator here, so the camera would sit further back in the garage when I filmed everything. Look at this. This is a giant refrigerator. This is, you know what's in it? Freezies, that's it. That's the only thing in this entire freezer and fridge. There's nothing in the fridge section. See the freezies? That's my welding jacket. In case I need it. Let's see here. Look at this. Chest level, eyes up here. Up here, you know. Not that anyone cares. I'm back making garage. Making rum. No, making armor. That's the thing. I got a gazillion things I said I was gonna make, and I have a difficult time with motivation. So I found it a lot easier to do it when someone was here. Except nobody's ever here unless I'm videotaping. And if I produce this live, then you're here. And I'm here. And we're best friends now. Best friends forever. Don't worry. I stab my friends too. Not with a chisel. Excuse me. I just ate dinner. And this whole COVID thing makes me cough after dinner. Don't worry, I don't have COVID. I'm recovering. Covaholic. But my flap was injured. And now it makes me cough after dinner sometimes. I have these coughing fits. But then it goes away. So that's probably the best situation that I could hope for compared to death. This is much better. You know what? I have a helmet that I started a long time ago. Stay. I started this a long time ago for somebody. And I took too long. And then I felt bad. And I remember the dimensions, like without even like looking at it. I remember the dimensions. Like, here we go. Because they came over and I sized them up. And we're going back 4 years? Maybe 5 years. Maybe 5 years. Maybe 4. 4. And it's the longest I've ever taken to make somebody armor. And I feel bad about it. I have a very difficult time, like I said, just doing it. But when I get rolling, it doesn't stop. And it's 2 inches down, plus the overhang, which is 2.5 inches here. And then 2.5 inches at the sides, which brings it to a total of 3. And 3 and 1/8 at the faceplate. And then the bar grill. I have a bar grill for it, actually. That's the helmet top. The helmet tops take some hours sometimes. I did make a bar grill for it. Maybe it's down here. This is long overdue. Maybe I'll just work at this. Oh, it's under my table saw. In the bucket full of stuff. This is the bar grill for it. I've got a couple more. That's good. This is a different bar grill. This is a big face bar grill. And it's one of these 3 because they're the only 3 I've got made. This one. See, these are bar grills that I've made. I've welded up nicely. And it takes my time doing it. See? Different faceplates, small, medium, large. This one is about the size for the face. That face. That one is for this helmet. This one can be for another helmet. This helmet top I made for nobody. You can kind of squint and look at it too. So that's kind of what this one will look like. Kind of, sort of. See that. Let's see this. I have formed in nasal. And with the bar grill, you want to put the bar grill under the plate nasal. And this is going to have to come out off the face more. And it's easy enough to do. So I'm going to start hitting this a little bit. I'm going to put this down here because I know I need to use this stump. Let's use the side wall of this stump. My friend Shane has a helmet, and I'll remember his helmet forever. I think he made it a long time ago, and what I remember most about his helmet is that every once in a while he has to manually flick down the nasal plate. Because it doesn't it's not welded or affixed to the bars. So, better to... Is this crooked? No. It's got to be straight. Excuse me. What the heck? Or is it upside down? No, it's definitely the right way, because I always make them the same way. Oh, it's a little bit on the crooked side. So, this is something I have been starting to notice. Men's helmets and women's helmets. Well, there's a circumference difference, because testosterone makes your skull an ugly lump of dirt. The band I use for a guy's helmet is 28 inches. For a lady size helmet, they all seem to be 26 inches to start with. And it's a strip. I usually start with a strip and then form it to the size I want. Right here. Here's a strip. I get them cut to size so I don't have to play around with it too much. And then I hammer it into shape. And I cut a little bit off if I want it smaller. If I want it bigger, I improvise. I have ordered in the past a couple bigger ones. I'm getting down to it. I ordered 30 of these last time I ordered them. 2, 3, 4, 5 left. We got lots left. Plus a couple half-finished helms. Oh, there's a big helmet. That's what the big bar grill was for. That kid with the huge honking head. Guy's like 19 years old, and he had the biggest head I've ever had to measure. And I'm like, you got a big head, dude. Can I measure it? And he's like, sure. And it was like, I don't know, like 30 inches or something ridiculous, what I calculated the band to be. This will be a sad face if I angle the bars down. I still think maybe I can do this and it will be snug. And that is probably gonna be straight. I think I should show you what I'm looking at. Then you'll understand. My brain will do nice things to me if I listen to it. I'm looking at the face of the helmet right now. How do I do this? How do I do this? And look at that. In the face of the helmet, I mean, it's like what the face is actually going to look like. You know what? This is too difficult. Let me see if I can hold it up and look in the camera. You want somewhat of a pleasing face, like a car. It's got eyes and a smile. This is ugly. This is better. I'm looking specifically for like an angle that it will work together so that like this, everything's backwards and upside down. Like that doesn't look bad. You can put someone's face in here, right? Looks a little bit, oh, this way, maybe. Like that. That's what I'm looking for. This kind of angle, and then I need to see if the jaw is too close. I don't think it is. So from where the nose sits, it sticks out a bit. And what I want to do is try to keep this thing as close to parallel with the band line as I can. And then we'll have a pleasing enough looking faceplate, and it will look pretty. The faceplate is not sanded down, and I think it's better to buff it with a grinder instead of with the helmet or with the belt sander. So that's gonna work with this helmet. This helmet works pretty good. It's looking pretty good, but I need a back for it, and I have big and small pieces. Biggest piece and my smallest piece. With these back pieces cut, like I have a small, medium, and large. Small for triangles, things like this. Medium for faceplate size pieces, and large for very tall neck people who I can put around the back of their necks like this. This one's going to give me a nice offcut actually when I draw it out. See if there's any nice patterns in the metal. When I draw it out, I'm going to have an offcut that might even look like a Roman helmet. So a lot of my offcuts I've made into Roman helmets. I don't even have any of the offcuts, I think. Might have one. Where is it? Where is it? Or is it? Nope. I don't have any here. Nope, not that. Oh, there's another helmet top I just found in there. Maybe I remember putting it there, but... Oh, here's the offcut. There's one left. Pretty sure I used them all. So I get an offcut kind of like this. This one is a little wonky, but I'm sure the helmet looked fine. Okay, find a new home spider. So this is the kind of shape I want. But I know what the measurements. This one, it looks like it was like maybe 3/4 of an inch. Everyone has different heads. Everyone. So can't make a helmet to fit me and expect it to fit everyone else, even though I have a perfectly normal average size head, which is fantastic for me because I make helmets and I don't have to check every time with somebody, but I do insist people come over now. The whole getting a helmet for me experience is you show up at my house, I will make a helmet that fits you and then send you packing on your way. I have to find a ruler. I don't have a ruler. It has metal. Lots of metal. 2 inch, 2.5 at the sides. So 2 inch at the back is high. So when you look up, it doesn't hit or interfere too much. 2 inch plus 1/2 inch is 2.5 inches. So we got 2.5 inches, then 3 at the sides, right at the center, and then at the front a little bit lower, and it can be flared out a little bit for comfort. Post. Where? Oh, there we go. So, what's the center of this? This isn't even total inches. There we go. So 12 plus 5.5. This tape measure is funny. Look, it goes to the foot, and then it starts over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 feet. That's funny. So 17 and a half. What's half of 17 and a half? That's like all the Facebook quiz things here. How do you figure out what's half of 17 and a half? Well, I take 17 and I round up to the nearest even number, and then I divide by 2. So 17 and a half goes up to 18. 99 is 18 minus 1, or at least half. So we got 8.5 inches to center, I think. So the easiest way to check, put a mark, turn it, check it. Boy, was I wrong. 8.5. So it's 8 3/4. What did I say? Oh, I forgot the half. Yeah, it's a quarter and a quarter. So 8.5 and a quarter. Perfect. Now I have 8 3/4 and 8 3/4. If you're trying to follow my math, don't worry, it'll eventually be right. I have to keep one lesson ahead of the high school kids, you know, for their teacher sends home hours and hours of maths. So 2.5 inches, right? Let's go 3.5 and mark it 1. This is center. This is 1. No, 3. 2.5 at the back in the center is here. 1. So this is the center top mark. This person doesn't have a very tall neck. That's the center and that mark, and then at the sides with the rise is 3. 2.5 plus a 1/2 inch overlap inside the helmet. Go to 3 inches. I am cutting this. I'm going to cut this as accurately to the size as possible, because normally I will cut extremely close, and then if I have to file or sand down, I will sand back to that point. But I'm going to cut this as close as possible to the spot that I mark. If I can split the line, I'm going to split the line. And the reason is, oh yes, it's Bang & Helm. This band is a straight edge. It's flat all the way around. And this is going to be on the outside. This has a line already. I do this, I will take a Sharpie and I will run my finger down along and across the inside and make a line inside the helmet. I don't know if you can see it. And then I will use the overlap to hide any discrepancies. So the cut end is up. The sheared end, when I ordered it, is down. Okay, let's do this. From center mark. Oh. Very important. Very important. What's very important is that you keep your Sharpie lids clean, because you will always be tempted to put it in your mouth. This Sharpie lid is not clean, but not the dirtiest thing I've had in my mouth. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Now see, I mentioned this is the offcut size. The offcut size shape's going to be like that. This is a steeper taper. This is the piece I want. This is an offcut. It's not as steep, but I'm going to cut it, deburr it, and then shape it. And then I'll put it on the helmet, and then that part of this will be done. And it will not take long. And before I hit live play, I even turned the air compressor on this time ahead of time. So the air compressor will not turn on for about 15 seconds. And yesterday, my coffee got cold right away. because it's -2, I think, in here right now. So it's cold beer time. No more cold coffee. Let's find my stool. Here's my stool. Somebody please give me a sample of that stool. There we go. And I got my stump here so I can actually do this while sitting on the stump today, instead of just on my hands and knees. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no. Not no. Yeah. No, do it again. Come on. Someone remind me to buy a bigger air compressor. So, what's wrong? Is that? Oh, it's full pressure still. There we go. It's just all. There we go. What you're sitting down and doing this? It's not happening. Come on! Compress air faster! So close! So close! Alright. There we go. I don't need you anymore. Shh, quiet. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Excuse me. Offcuts. The shape go down here. With the kick. So I can forget about it later. Loop. Okay. Dirty hand. Let's see. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Flatten this a little bit so I can use it a little easier on my belt sander. There we go. see. Yep, that's still a little rough. What grit is this? This is 80? This is the 80. I'm going to 120. We make this a little bit smoother. Like my fingers after sandpaper. Woo! Don't forget to center it. This is the most important surface to not be sharp on the bottom of a helmet at any point. If this digs into somebody, it will hurt the most. I had a piece of sandpaper here somewhere. There it is. Work. The overlap side left, it matters less. For one, it's going to be behind padding. Two, it's never going to come into contact with someone's skin. Ah. Ah. The overlap will cover discrepancies, minor deviations in my cutting technique, or technique, however you say it. Hecalopter, like a helicopter, only pronounced different. Right, so I'm quite satisfied with this shape. And shape is the next part, shaping it. Here we go. I'm going to shape this in like, I don't know, 13 seconds. Takes longer to move the stump over sometimes. You know what I would love? A piece of something for my knees. So look at this helmet foam for my knees. This is the shape I'm going to be making it into. This is the piece. I'm choosing which side has the least or most interesting discrepancies. This is covered in some rust. This only has it on one side, and it's not as bad. So this is going to be my outside, which means this is my inside, and the side I bend. You know what? This stump is a multi-purpose stump. I've got a flat surface here too. But for the backs of helmets, this is my dishing hammer. It's just radius the same shape as the bowl. I've experimented with having hammers that are profiled in just one direction, and what happens is you still have a crescent moon shape at the top and bottom, and if I don't hit it absolutely perfectly straight on, which is not what I'm doing now, I'm hitting it from the side. If I don't hit it perfect, even if it's slightly off, those crescent moon shapes leave imprints. So I still, even though I'm bending it in one direction, I use a hammer that is polished with a round spherical shape. Oh. Oh. I don't have to dish this, so it's so quick. So quick to do. This piece is a little funky. It's only 14 gauge. It's not for real heavy, hard combat. It's just for light combat. I think the ACL rules are like 12 gauge and 10 for the top, but we'll get away with the thinner gauge steel for a lot of other people that use helmets. Right. So now I can line this up kind of sort of with the back. It's close, and I think I will stretch this out just a touch, and we're done. I think we're done this piece, because I will show you what I do in a moment. Up there. Move this out of the way. That took so long. Glad I put this under my knees though. Alright. The camera, lights, the camera, and the action. This is where the action's at. So, this is my piece. The edge I cut is up. Now I will find the middle of this again, which I have a mark. What I will do is transfer the mark to the outside. For starters, it is not hard to do. You draw the line, extend it to here, you color on the edge, then you color here a little bit. You can do it the other way too. Extend the line to the bottom, color over the edge. You can still see the edge, just carry it over a bit. And now these will line up. These two. Whoa. Whoa. There. I have a line in the center of this piece of metal. Pre-bend, which means it's pretty close to the shape as if it's bent now. Or pretty close to the length that it's bent now. This goes up. This is the top. And so I've already put 2 rivets in here. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But that's okay. Not every helmet needs every hole, every rivet in every hole. I could drill them out and put the rivet through 1, 2, 3 surfaces of metal, but that sounds like hard work. What we're going to do is put 2 here. The span won't matter. If I feel like it when I put these rivets in, I will put 1 right in the center. I don't care if it's got an extra rivet. Nobody's going to pay attention to that 1 extra rivet. They'll be like, why is that rivet like that? I'll be like, yeah, I didn't make it. And then they'll be like, oh really? It looks like one of yours. I'm like, nah, I don't make helmets. Let's see, what size we got? This is 3/16. This one's bigger. Perfect. Now, some people will spend a heck of a lot longer on that last step, even with helmet tops, than I do. I don't, because I'm not done shaping this piece. Can you see this if I do this? And this? Yeah, you can. Cool. So, I need to find center of this. And it's always by eye because the actual geometric center might not look center. Center, center, center. Something like that. Something like that. And now I can drill some holes. I'm gonna drill. I should center tap. Tippy tappy. I'm gonna organize my center drills, center taps. One day, any day now. These are even sharp. I had it right here yesterday, right? Sure I did. I'm sure I did. It's not like anyone's come in here. It's not like anyone touches these things. This is an easy out. This is a pencil. This will do. Let me just center punch a couple holes. Or should I punch the holes? You know what? Even if you center punch a hole, you can still use a punch after you center punch it. This, I picked up a rivet to center punch it with it. Why is it when it's so cold I can't even think? Okay. I'm going to put the hole here. I'm going to put the hole here. And I will drill this hole. Now, this chuck has metal teeth. It's a Jacob's chuck. And if I drill through something and push too hard, it'll go all the way up to these teeth and scratch the metal. I do not want to scratch the metal. What I would like to do is wake up with as much energy as I feel like I do when I've had a couple of coffees in the afternoon. That's what I would like. Something, something, something. Oh yeah, I was making a helmet. Now, putting this piece I made, roughly line up this line, line up that 1/2 inch deep line inside on all 3 points, center, tip and tip. Move this a little bit more. This is that like critical moment that determines all things past now. Now, this always happens when I do it this way. That's why I use these other markers. Which I can't find. It's fallen. And it can't get up. Here's one. Okay. When I don't take my time and make parts that fit absolutely perfectly, it's faster, obviously. But I will be faced with this situation where if I drill 2 holes, one of them, the plate is touching. The other one is too far away for me to even put a rivet in. Now what I'm going to do is make that a hole and squeeze this down a bit. Maybe. Adjust, fit the line, and make that a hole, but I'm going to pretend that that hole is a little bit further away, so when I pull it up, more material will go this way and not leave a gap, and I won't have to stretch material. And why is it that a Sharpie in the cold with the lid off never goes dry? Should put them in my freezer when I'm not using them. I'm gonna take that out of my hair. Oh, I can take this off. I'm gonna make these 2 holes. These 2 holes. There's my punch. when I do this, it spreads it out every time, and I'm okay with it. Did I punch again? That's not even. What did I do with it? Oh, excuse me. And oh, there we go. I should just have like 6 things up here, but. Let's see. Center punch and center punch right on the holes that I want. I'm gonna put this on the magnet block. Remind me it's there in case I forget in a minute where I put it. And this I'm going to drill. Oh my goodness. Look at her butt. Becky, it is so big! There we go. See, I nicked that one a little bit. But the holes are going to be in the perfect spot. I can put 2 rivets in. Only one's going to fit at a time. If your drill bit is dull, it will leave a little burr on the inside. You can just wiggle it off and put it away. Put it away for later. Save it. Hold on to it. We'll take that very first rivet I picked up. Lucky rivet. Put these in. Now that the shape is completely different. Oh, it's fine. We'll put this in here. We'll start this rivet. So it can't fall out, but not tight. I will adjust. I will get another rivet from the door. And I will start by pressing and compressing. Pressing and compressing. Yes! So there's a pretty big gap there when I started, and if you hit the metal down, it'll pull down tight to the seam and expand the rivet all in one shot, and then you don't have to spend so long over there on the stump making it a perfect shape. This metal's very springy. So now I will go back. Not too tight, but tight enough. Put this in here. Put this in there. Not too tight. Now, as long as these lines stay there, what I can do is drill more holes. Because I put those in here, I want to put my holes in an aesthetically pleasing location, and sometimes it's easier to stagger them, all the time actually, it's easier to stagger them in a zigzag pattern than it is to try to get this lined up perfectly every time. So for this helmet, I'm most certainly going to do that. There's going to be a hole, there's going to be a hole, and all I'm doing is splitting this difference and sort of eyeballing it down. There's going to be a hole, I'm just going to get an extra rivet, and there's going to be a hole, but I'm not going to put that rivet in yet until I figure out how to solve the face. Solving the face being the term used by people that try to figure out how medieval helmets were enclosed at the front. Somebody should know this if they have ever heard of anyone knowing or finding out how the front face of a helmet was closed in. If it was a piece of leather, drape, chainmail, I don't know. I think that people make assumptions. There's a chance there was, oh, I remembered where it was. There's a chance that there was nothing. But for sport combat nowadays, we know it's bad to get hit in the face. So we solve the face by putting bars or plates and chainmail And when you center punch something, you only hit it once. But a time ago, I hit it like 3 times. Don't do what I do. Do what I say you should do. If I center punch this one, this is never going to change. But I'm only going to drill 1 hole and do 1 rivet at a time. Because each one will pull the band and the back of the helmet close together, and I have more control for the duration of this project. Oh, see, it's already going down a little bit. I want it to be flared out and away. So if you look at it, the back is not straight. Oh, I'm holding it way up. The back is not straight down from the helmet. It actually kicks back a bit, right? See, that's why I use the sheared edge, because it has an automatic slant. This goes down because the sides are taller than the back is when you look up. The side, if you look up, you want it to protect more. You look down, you want it to protect everything up until your gorget. Obviously. So I will assume that's good, and I will drill a hole. This hole is important because it will stop the articulation right now. Oh no! Come on. No, what's going on here? Left a mark. I left another mark. My center punch hole is not big enough for the flat on the chisel tip of this drill. Okay, so I'm through the outside of it. I want to see if it's still lined up. It is most certainly not. What I want it to be lined up is right here, which means I need to hold it. I have these rubber ones that don't work the most amazing, but I have them. They help a bunch in certain circumstances. So see? Nope. Right here. What's going on? Go. Pinch it. Pinch it. Pinch it good. Oh. Now I can drill this. I will drill it. This hole right here. Come on. Now I got it started. I'm not going to drill into my hand. There we go. I was saying that I know a couple guys who have put the helmet together. Like hand in hand, you hold the helmet, I hold the rivet, I hit this with the hammer, you hold the hammer, you hold the helmet. Let's see how well my holes lined up. It lined up, you know what? Good enough. That side, I can put a rivet in. I don't think I could have somebody hold this good enough for me. I would be like, "You're not holding the flashlight good enough." And I'd be like, "Well, I'm not holding a flashlight. I'm not holding a flashlight." I'd be like, "Sorry, bad memories." So there we go. That's pretty close. And it's pretty close to the outside too. Look at that. This might come together perfectly. Don't slip, don't slip, don't slip. Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to cut open Whitney punch and make it like the throat like that long and really big, so I can put this on here. I know how to have throatless punches, but the number 7 is incredibly easy to come by around here because of all the manufacturing that has been done in Southern Ontario. Here we go. No. Why'd you have to be so mean? Someday I'll be living in a big old city. All you're ever gonna be is mean. Why'd you gotta be so mean? Someday I'll be living in a big old city. All you're ever gonna be is mean. Oh yeah. There we go. Let's do this one. I'm going back to snugging up the loose rivets because that whole side is exactly where I want it to be. Now this side, we begin this exact same process. Also, look, from where I started the rivets, see how well I closed up? It's exactly the same shape. There's a little tiny gap here, which will be taken care of when that gets a rivet. But nothing moved in the wrong way. So we should all be thankful for that. And I'm going to put this on this here, just because it's going to come down a bit. There. Look at that. That's good. Here we go. Oh, 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 oh. Here we go. Let's go. That's just pulled it down enough. It did. Let's see. gotta pull it down more. Uh-oh. It gets a little snug. I'm gonna pull it down more. Maybe if I hit it a few times in the downward direction, it will stay. Yep. This is a pretty good. This is pretty good. I can deal with this. Not even a little bit wrong. Ah! What's the point of center punching if the center punch isn't as big as the chisel tip on the drill bit? Maybe I used one of the round ones I made for doing some chasing. Someday I'll be big enough that you can't hurt me. All you're ever gonna be is mean. Oh no, I lost the rivet. This rivet is meant to be in this helmet. You cannot escape your destiny. I made a helmet once that I named Destiny, or Destin, because it was, somebody gave it to me, a guy that wanted to get into making armor and really didn't ever make too much armor as far as I can tell. Had cut out the pieces for a Crusader helm or something similar to it. Then decided to go Viking, I think, and then stuck the parts in a box in a warehouse for years and years and years, something like 30 years. And then I came along and I was cranking out helmets like once a week because I tried challenging myself. I tried making a helmet one a week for a year. I got to like 20 and I'm like, no. I think I made like maybe 27 that year in total, but I got a lot faster and better at it. And then I came up with the way I do the helmets now based on that time I spent. I figured I plateaued at a certain point. I'm like, I don't need to make another helmet every week. And life was getting busy. And I ran out of people to give it to. Yeah, I made helmets for everyone in Ontario that I could find. And then literally posted on Facebook, does anyone need a helmet? And I'm like, I'll just give it to you, because I couldn't even sell them around here, which is okay, but that's just, I gave out most of those helmets anyway. I don't think I've sold too many. Too nice. Trade for other goods and services. Ah, come on! Don't deviate! Where's that center punch? I already center punched all these holes. I said I was going to leave it here. Let me see this. Yeah, I did. I did sand it down for chasing. Now I'm going to sharpen it. Why do you gotta be so mean? Center punch this hole. We can move on with things. Oh, come on. Little deeper. Looks good to me. See if this makes any difference. Oh, yeah. Someday. I have had that song stuck in my head for so long. Actually, you know what? I was watching a couple videos of fights that I was in years ago, and in the background, my buddy Matty was singing to me It made me feel good. Remember how happy I was during that fight, just that he was singing. That's a really nice thing someone can do for you. Sing us a song. Stay on there. Stay. That fits. That fits me. It's too snug. It's okay. It's not for a boy. It's for a girl who wanted a helmet. Let's see. No, don't leave marks. Let's see, where's that bar go? Let's see here. So now I need to make a cheek plate. Make a cheek plate and bolt this onto the cheek plates. And then make triangular shapes to connect the bottom of the bar grill to the cheek plate. And the cheek plate to the back plate. And hopefully, no marshals will try to say, it's a bad helmet. I made a helmet one time, gave it to a guy, and he was so happy, and then the marshals bounced it right away. I'm like, what? But they did not follow their own rules. They just didn't like a certain gap, which is fine, that's fair. Whatever, we fixed it. They were satisfied. But they made up a rule on the spot to bounce the helmet because they didn't like the look. Unfortunately, not all marshals were created equal. Slant it down, angry eyes. Slant it up, happy eyes. Slightly down, slightly out. This helmet, this bar can actually probably go inside the brow for the height of their face. Like this. And just straight down. Nope, that's not tall enough. That would be okay. That would be pretty good if I did this. What if I just attached it right there? It would look like the pointiest little eyeballs. I can see out of it pretty good. It's a smaller face. I just gotta picture their head in it. Normally they're here, but like I said at the beginning of the video, this is a special case. Okay, so I'm gonna put it right here, like this. And I'm going to make cheek plates. I put it right just like that. I'm going to make cheek plates to cover this hole. I'm going to buff those. I'm going to buff those down right now. Alright. Grinder. Hammer. This is going to be my holder. Hold my helmet. Hold my helmet. Perfect. Grinder, hope it's plugged in. Is it? I think so. Okay, so that's pretty good. This is pretty good. I have smoothed out all the welds on the outside. I'm going to tell you what, it is a pain in the butt welding with my little machine here. I just have a little Princess Auto jobby, but I only got it a couple years ago. It does work enough, but this, I am going to, you know what, there's a couple spatter balls in here. I'm just going to touch it real quick with the grinder. This way, no babies will get cut in the use of this thing. No. Shiny all over now? Perfect. Right? Right. Let's put a couple holes in the nasal. And put this in there, just like this. Yeah, I'm going to put a couple holes. I'm going to make a mark. One on each side at the top of the nose. Just cuz. Just the two of us. No. If these ones are crooked, they will be the crooked nose helmet of the stick fighting community forever. You know that helmet you made with the crooked nose? No, it was not me. Yes, you know what? Huh. Well, I dropped it. Oh. Let's see. Any marks? No. It's still new. You can make the helmet new by hitting it on the inside. You make it old by hitting it on the outside. Let's see, how close is that going to be if I do it? How's that? Are they close? They're so close. Ow! I hit my thumb. I didn't even touch this. Stupid. Come on. I will deal with that emotionally after. But right now, I'm drilling. Alright. Ah, come on! I could use a smaller hole to start. Why? 3-4. Is there something wrong with the tip of this? I'm just gonna get a new one. There's no point. I've got 300,000 of these, and they were cheap. See what size I got this. What is one of these? What does it say? 7:30 seconds. What is this one? 7:30 seconds. There we go. I can drill at least one hole with the new drill bit. At least. Gotcha. Trying to sneak away. This is a combination quarter drill / hammer drill, regular drill. Well, I think I've used the hammer drill thing one time. That's better. No, I don't want to lubricate it with power steering fluid. Oh, here. Pardon?
Are you live?
Oh yeah, why? I'm alive.
Oh, I'll watch your live stream.
You did?
No, I have not.
Oh.
By the way.
Cool. This almost looks like a dragon face. I'm not even kidding. I don't know if it's just me or it's the sub-zero temperatures in here. But look, this is the only way I can be motivated to be in here doing this. Is to just do it. So, this like this. I need to make 2 holes. I don't want to put this pen lid in my mouth anymore. When I attach this, I will see if the holes line up. Oh yeah, perfect. The holes line up. The grill should line up. This has holes. That has holes. You know what? You know what? I should use a heavier hammer. Oh yeah. I'll make a bigger dent. Bigger dent there. I like it. Still got to get used to putting my center punch on the magnet block. If I were a rich man. Drilling. Drilled. That could have been so terrible. And then the amount of work it would take to fix it, I don't even want to think about it. Now, I know that the rivets I have are just long enough to go through one of these layers and one of these layers. So, 2 rivets on standby. 1 through the nose. Whoop. 1 through the nose. Okay. Let's see. This one first. Yeah, I'll put this one up first. 1. Ow! Holding. This is where somebody's hands may come in handy, but I'm good. I made it. See, momentary lapses in confidence doesn't mean that I can't do the job. It just means momentarily I was not convinced it could be done. But I believe everything can be done. Even drilling these holes together so they line up. Oh no! You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this in here quite permanently. Not absolutely permanently, but most likely permanently. I will hammer it in more. Then it will be sturdy. And then we'll get the drill. Let's get the drill. It's like the highest I've ever put a bar grill in a face. The highest. But it keeps it nice and short. So. Woo! Almost drilled my finger. But didn't even come close. So, sorry. This is not a gore video on YouTube. This is how to talk to yourself for hours on end while not being convinced you're a total psychopath. Record it! Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that profile. I'm so pleased with this. And it doesn't look too terrible having like an extra set of noses. You know, it just reminds me of Pete's dragon. His nose is like a bit fatter for a dragon nose, but when I put the sides on, I'm gonna hammer this nasal down and see if I can't just weld the back of the nasal to the bar so it doesn't pop up like my body shines. All right. Oh, I'm so happy with that. It came out so perfect. It's so straight. Look at this. It's so nice. See if, again, it'll fit a small person. I can see out of it so well. There's lots of visibility. And when I exhale, the air goes straight out in all directions. Now I need to make side pieces. Should not take long at all. And should only be 4 rivets each side. Hi! Daughter who is watching the stream from the other room yelling at me through a closed door in the garage.
I can hear you.
Oh yeah, I know you can hear me. Could you hear me twice? Once while I'm in here and once on the stream?
Yeah.
Guess what? Go to bed! No? Okay. Now we need... This thing is going to be used. This paper is going to be used. Template drawer. Template drawer. Oh. One day I'll remove the whole sauce from that drawer and it will be 100% templates. So I know what I want to do. I want a straight edge to begin with, so that I can underlap or overlap this, or to make this a straight edge. That would be cool. Something like this to solve the face, and I can attach it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 total rivets on each side. This is home stretch. Look at that. Maybe I could even just use a straight piece without making a template and a cool shapely piece. What do we got here? You know what? I got this. Let's see. Something like this. You know what? This piece, I might make this piece the piece. I might just use this and cut it. You know what? Sometimes it's just easier if I cut things. Where's my stool? Ugh! Okay, what's this? What's this? This. Let's turn the air compressor on. Excuse the noise. Okay. What?
The strawberries are moldy.
Wash them.
What?
Wash them off.
They're moldy.
Don't eat them.
That's what those things, and then you can put them in a milkshake.
Fine. Don't eat them. Yeah. last of the noise for the rest of the day. Fairly straight enough for the belt sander is all we're going for here. I'm going to make these nice and smooth now. With the 120, why not? This looks nice. This is definitely the outside. This is definitely the inside. Outside, inside. Again, another very critical piece. You want it to be absolutely smooth, for sure. Where's that piece of sandpaper? It's been floating around. Here it is. Ah. Don't cut your sandpaper with your scissors. It will make your scissors dull. That's a good point. Oh, I've never thought about that. Well, you have now been told. So this one's ready to be formed into place. I'm gonna sand this one down now too. Scary. Scared me. Oh, I was gonna get burned for a second. Knowledge in the world will never stop you from occasionally burning, hurting, cutting, slicing, twisting, bleeding yourself. But let's see. We are going to form this now. Oh. I'll be using the dish in part. This. I will be referring to the helmet frequently. So this is this side, right? I want this to curve up and out. So up and out. Right? That's the way I want it. Just like this. Up and towards me. Which means down and away from me. Yeah. Tell her to clean it up. Good. All right. Oh, that was pretty close for first try. Excuse me? Then don't worry about it. It's fine. If she didn't spill it on the computer, it doesn't matter. Don't be a little tattletale. Well, I can work with that. Let's go to the other side now. This is the other plate. This side, this side, down and away. So I'm going to form this just like that one I just did. I'm forming it away so I can bend it out. It'll keep the curve this way and not this way. So when I straighten this out, this side might curve in a little bit more. Literally just sitting here. Dishing too much. Let's come back and flatten it out a bit. To make. Essentially, that's exactly what I did to the other side. Almost as many hits, except I just did them ahead of time instead of going back and forth. So this looks good. This looks real good. Now I'm going to take my helmet. I gotta drill some holes in the helmet. There. Faceplate, faceplate. Stool out of the way. I'm going to hold this up. I'm going to put some red dots on it. I'm going to say here, 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 and here. And then I will drill and I will put holes there. Yeah. Maybe one more here. Maybe that. Maybe just that. Okay. I will center punch the holes. one at a time. And these ones in the bar grill stress me out. Stressing me out, man. Just stop stressing me out. I have to go see my buddy. Wasn't parentally supervising. I could be going to get sushi right about now. Except I already ate, so I'm not hungry. Okay, I'm gonna drill all these holes for one side of the helmet. Yeah. Oh yeah. Every one of those holes came out so exactly where they're supposed to be. This helmet is falling together here. See. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Almost can't even believe it. Normally, at this point is when you hit a major roadblock and stop making the helmet for like a year. Hmm. 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 Oh my God. Awesome. Here we go. It'd be like, so you want to make armor, do you? I don't think you do. The secrets of armor making exposed by Jack. Bum, bum, bum. So I want to put a couple of these holes in this plate before I put it on here to hold it there, and I'm going to drill the other ones so they line up absolutely perfectly. Thinking the two in the bar grill and one of these, the top one. Because triangles are strong. This hole, this hole. This hole. this hole. F-E-D-C-B-A. Right. It's the, if you letter them, the F hole, the E hole, the D hole, the C hole, the B hole, and the A hole. A hole, the B hole, the C hole. And when the time you get to F, you're done. Which one first? This one? Is that going to be the easiest? No, but this one here probably will be the easiest. But you know what I want? I want to hammer in the bar grill rivets first. Because I can always move the plated hole a little bit after. I can't move the bar grill holes very much. Oh, hi there. This is always the most satisfying part of making a helmet, is when you get down to this point and you're putting in the last, you know, it's like less than 10 rivets. Maybe it's 10 rivets now, but it's like I'm completing something. I gotta try to remember what this feels like, because maybe it'll be a motivator for me to do this. Revisit this one again here. Okay. Let's move. I wonder if I can just convince this in a little bit more while I drill those holes. That's a good idea. Convince it and drill. Ooh. Convince it, just like some people you fight. If there's people you fight that you can't beat, no matter what, doesn't mean you're not as good of a fighter as them. It just means they're better at convincing you they are better than you. No! Come on. Yes! Oh yeah, perfect. These ones will go in super quick now. Sometimes I feel like there's always unnecessary rivets in a helmet, but I swear I've never put any more rivets than is necessary. Next hold. Yeah. Come on. Go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. Oh, let me turn it this way. Oh yeah, look at the side profile of that. Looks all right. Not bad at all. Whew. Let's get it home. Need to get this done. 1, 2. Right. Those 2 for sure. And you know what? I'm just going to drill those 2 because I know I will be much more relieved once I'm done modifying the bar grill. Relief is the key to success. Yeah, this drill bit is burnt. That is more than 1 hole. I should go back and count how many holes I can drill with these drill bits before they're spent. You know, like bunches of holes. Here, what's the size? Already trying this. Whew. You hear the kids arguing. I wonder if one is going to approach the garage door. Whew. Oh yeah. Oh heck yeah, bud. this is going to be fantastic. A little helmet. What do I do here? Where am I putting this? I'm gonna just put it down and let it float. This helmet is gonna fly. That'll work. 2 holes in this faceplate should hold it in place while I can drill the rest. Maybe I should do a 3rd hole. Triangles are stronger. Whew. There we go. 1, 2, maybe 3. That's a mean looking face, I tell you what. I'm gonna put a hole in here. Just because I know if I don't do it, it'll be harder for me in a minute. Oh, I didn't put the dot on the helmet to drill the helmet. No. No. Why? Why, Delilah? No. Come on. This is when I'm like, I just want to be done. I'm done this helmet. Maybe go online and play some Call of Duty. Maybe. Okay. Whoops. This is still loose. Good. It'll rattle more. I think I did the bottom one first. It worked out pretty good. It worked out pretty good. Okay. Oh, I can reach the ground. Like a butterfly, sting like a beaver. Alright, here we go. Too sweet to be sour. Too Nice to be clean. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Why didn't the Beastie Boys say that? Change the world with my plotting scheme. Something, something. Mario. One. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Something, it just feels like it's wrong because it's so easy. Let's put those two in first. That one's not going to drill. It's a little bit too loose. I keep on shaking it thinking that there's a chip in it, but I know it's this rivet. Right there. Should tighten it. There's another one somewhere. My lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships. Super flat. You know, I wouldn't have to hit them so many times if I just warmed them up. You know, you can put somebody's eye out with that thing. Where's the pen? This one first. This one. Almost done. The numbers that I used, and I've been thinking about them forever. 2, 2.5, 2.5. Right? And then 4-inch is like the drop on the face. Those numbers have been like stuck in my head for a very long time now. Almost like every time I think about making armor, I remind myself those are the dimensions on the back of this helmet that I'm supposed to be making. And almost in a way discouraging, but to be beyond this. There's no meaning given to discouraging myself anymore. Enough of this corona. Enough of all the noise of the world. I can't hear any of it in here. This is me and the metal. And the metal does what I want it to do. My friend Jim said that he hates sewing. He tried, and he's good at making a lot of things. He's made a lot of really impressive things. He makes like jewelry. He's made some wicked cool pouches and helmets and all kinds of things, coronets and crowns and pinball machines even. But like, what did he say? He says, I can't sew to save my life, but I can make metal do whatever I want, even if it just takes a little bit of heat. Turn up the heat, you will obey me. I'm in control here. And if this hammer won't work, I got a bigger one. There's always a bigger hammer. No. Stay on the rivet. There we go. Where is it? Oh, that one right there. Oh my gosh. Does this not look like a wicked awesome helmet? Very close here. Very, very close to this one here. Looks friggin' awesome. Looks straight on. I need to find something that goes with this. I need... What do I need? I need to remember where I put it. I has a thing. And another thing to go with this. This is such a perfect helmet for this. It's absolutely the right size for the person. I know it is. Can't believe how well those last couple pieces went in. Where did I put those things? Oh, where are those things? I think they're in the house. If I go in, I'm not going to want to come back out. I know it. I know they're in the house, though. Let's do this. Oh, wow. I like it. I like this a lot. This piece. This one. Hit this one a couple more times. Like a baby could play with this and not get hurt. Maybe if you dropped it on him. Look at this. Look at this. I'm very happy with this. Very pleased. Yeah, I'm going to tack it from the back. Ticky-tacky. It's got a face on it. That's the face I was hoping for. When I held up the bar grill, I knew that this one was the right one for this helmet. I wonder if I put that in here. Okay. It's got to be in the house. The accessories and such. Wonder what would happen if I turned on the belt. Sander. You know what? I don't even know what time it is. What? What should I do? 2 hours to this point. 7, 8. Maybe it's 8:30. Maybe something like that. Sounds about right. You know what? I'm gonna put the finishing touches on this helmet later. I say that all the time with things, and I never get around to doing it. You know what? I'm struggling so hard here, trying to figure out why I can't be motivated to go inside the house and get the things for this and make this and finish this, and then it's done. What a terrible line of thinking. Okay. I need a break. I need a break from this. So, okay, bye. Yeah, I think okay, bye. But I will go find the accessories for this helmet and I will put it down. I will put it here so if I come in the garage again soon. I'm going to come in the garage again soon. Because I am telling myself to. And then we will finish this helmet and deliver it shortly. And that is my new kidney belt. Ooh. Oh. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Right? It's time to say goodbye, goodbye. Pressing buttons, nothing's happening. Exit? Oh, yes. Oh, thanks for watching. Okay, bye.